Well, hello everyone. This is Jeff Hooks. I want to welcome you to our Saturday Victory Nutrition Quick Start training call for this Saturday, September 1st, 2018. I am delighted to welcome you to this event and excited. We've got a great event lined up for you. So whether you're among the team that's listening to this live or via recording, I want to welcome you. Let me see if I can do something with the aesthetics, the gallery view. Hold on a second. It's not what I wanted to do. Bear with me. And this is, just so we know, full disclosure, this is a new platform for me. Some of you have used this quite often, and there's a way for me to change the speaker view in a way. I think, you know what, I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it at that so I don't hurt myself. All right, I know there's a way to do it differently, but just so you know, I have a tutorial with the Zoom team on Tuesday, and we're gonna do some pretty cool things moving forward. But bottom line is, I want to welcome you to this special quick start training. I mean, it's a brand new month. It's the Labor Day holiday. And again, all of you that have carved out time out of your busy schedules to join us for this Saturday morning event, I want to welcome you and thank you for investing time into your future and this amazing company and brand. And if you're listening on replay, we want to welcome you too, because we appreciate you investing your time into this event. Now, for those that were on the event early, we had a nice little informal discussion with our visionary founder and CEO, Mr. Bill Downs. And that if you were there, you get a feel, particularly if you're brand new, for the fact that we look at Victory Nutrition, we look at this VNI business as a family, because it is a family. We are blessed with a mission to be beacons of health, hope, and abundance, not only now in the U.S. and Canada, but around the world as we move forward with this mission and building our brand and sharing these products and sharing this business model. And so we're just very excited that you're part of this family as we move forward. So let me share with you the purpose of today's event. So let's set the stage. If you got a pen and paper, I hope you'll take some notes. Or if you're old school like me, you'll take notes. This is my VNI success journal. Nothing fancy. I think I spent 99 cents on it at Staples. Little plug for Staples. No royalties shared. Or if you're digital, if you like to take notes on digital devices, however you do it, get some notes ready, because we've got a great event lined up for you. The purpose of this event today and every Saturday moving forward, we're calling this a VNI Quick Start training. And the purpose is for those of you that are brand new members of the Victory Nutrition family, the purpose is to help you this is a business building call. So we're going to talk about product. We're going to talk about all kinds of fundamentals to success. But this is designed to help you get off to a great start and build a profitable business, whatever your goals are, with Victory Nutrition International. That's the purpose of the call. For those of you that are brand new, and for those of you maybe that are already part of the team, I got emails popping up. Anyway, the beauty of this is that you set your own pace. And so if you're an existing member of the team, and perhaps you've been part of Victory Nutrition, maybe you've been enjoying these amazing products for years and years, maybe you've shared a few of the products with friends and family, you made a little bit of money, and now the timing is such that you say, you know what, I'd like to build a business. I'd like to really carve out some time, even if it's a few hours a week, every week, and create a cash flow with Victory Nutrition. That's what this call is for. That's what this is about. It's designed to equip and empower you to build a profitable VNI business and learn from those that we're going to feature on today's event. We've got two very special guest speakers, and we're going to have many more in the future. Learn from individuals that are actually doing it. So it's not going to be theory. It's not going to be, academic. Not that there's anything wrong with academic, but these are going to be proven leaders and emerging leaders that are having success building and growing their Victory Nutrition business, developing their team, helping their people be successful, spreading this mission of wellness, and that we're going to share best practices. So the purpose is to, if you're brand new, get you through the learning curve quickly and get you positioned for profitability as fast as possible. And again, we're going to enjoy this. We're going to have fun. We got so much to share. But the idea, I want to share this with you. So moving forward, this is our format. This is part of, you're going to hear the word system more and more as we move forward. And it's a system of support. This is one of the components. And this is not just me as president of Victory Nutrition, whose job is to serve you and your customers and support you with our entire corporate team and all of our resources, and our visionary founder, Mr. Bill Downs, our founders, Bill and Kim Downs. It's our whole purpose is to support you. And we've already blessed you. Bill's already done the hard work. The team's done the hard work. We blessed you with, and we're all blessed with the absolute best wellness product, science-based in the world, period. I truly believe that. Over 40 published peer-reviewed scientific studies on our finished products, with another 2 more coming between now and the holidays. So we've got the best premier wellness products that the world needs. How do we get the word out? How do we build a distribution business getting these amazing products out to the 4 corners of North America right now, and then soon the 4 corners of the world in the years ahead? And that's what you're a part of. Whether you realize it or not, you are a very, very, very important part of a massive wellness mission that we're on with Victory Nutrition. The name Victory Nutrition was not, pulled out of the air. It wasn't a marketing analysis study. It was a select group of people, including obviously our founder and CEO, and both Bill and Kim Downs, Steve Kushner, Lonnie. We had a whole team, Ed and Gina Bender. We had a whole team. I don't want to leave anybody out, but we're on a mission, and you're a very important part of that mission. And depending on whatever your vision is for you and your family in terms of what you want to build with Victory Nutrition, we're going to help you every step of the way. If your goal is to create $300, $400, $500 a month to pay off some debt, get your product for free on a monthly basis, offsetting the investment of the product, that's perfect. If your vision is to create a few $1,000s a month, retirement cash flow, or for new car, new house, vacation, whatever, that opportunity is there for you. And we've got people on this event right now that are already there. If your vision is to create a 6 or even a 7-figure annual residual, we're going to help you do that. And we know how, and I know how, and the team knows how. So I always tell people, don't let the small money bore you, and don't let the big money intimidate you. We're going to help you every step of the way to build whatever it is that you want to build with your future with VNI. So the purpose and the plan, this is an event that we're going to begin doing every single Saturday. You can count on it. We're going to do it live, and then we're going to post the recording in the back office. So it's a tool for you and your team to use, to equip, to share, to empower, to encourage, to inspire your team as we move forward. Every single Thursday night, just like we did this past Thursday night, we're going to do and I apologize for the marketing, just as a heads up. That was completely my fault. I did not communicate effectively to the team the promotion of the event. So here's the format moving forward. It's real important. And I want you to know you can count on this. This is now through the end of the year. Every Thursday night at 9 o'clock Eastern, we're going to do a Zoom. And as you know, the reason I like this platform, even though I'm still learning how to use it, is our team can plug in via their computer, their laptop, their smartphone, their tablet, or they can dial in if you like the visual. you can dial in. How's that for a role play? If you're traveling, or if for part of our community, that's the best way to plug in, a very important part. So we don't want to leave anyone out. And so every Thursday night, at 9 o'clock Eastern, is a product and business overview presentation. That Thursday night is designed for guests. So even if it's first time for people to take a look and learn about our product, learn about our mission, learn about our platform, our brand, our business model, that's the opportunity. It could be a first look, or it could be a follow-up. If you've talked to somebody about the product, they want more information, invite them to this event. Okay, that's one of the keys. Now, in addition to that, I got to figure out how to emails pop up. That's okay. Everybody's reading my emails. On the recording, you'll understand. So what's interesting is, it's all good, is our director of marketing, who's still working, and I'm telling her to take time off and enjoy the weekend. So in addition to that, by the way, I've got to, I'm going to mute Somebody's logged in at Samsung. If we could, everybody make sure you mute on the bottom left, not to call you out, it's all good. Make sure you mute your audio and your video since we're recording this. Thank you. It's all good. No problem. Everybody's good. But again, so every Thursday night for guests, designed for guests, every Saturday is a quick start training. Okay, the quick start training is designed for people that want to build a business. Now, customers are welcome if they want to listen in, but make no mistake, the Saturday 11 a.m. call that we're on right now, this event is designed for people that want to build a business. We want to go through some fundamental success principles, teaching and training on how to build a business, okay? So hopefully that makes sense, but it's going to be, and we're going to record these as well, obviously. This is being recorded. So every Thursday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, product business overview, great for guests. Then we'll build from that for those that want to build a business. Either they're brand new or they want to hit the reset button and relaunch. Then we're doing an 11 a.m. Saturday training designed to teach fundamentals of building the business. Okay, so that's the format. That's the purpose. We want to create an environment with this support system of learning, of growth, and it's about progress, not perfection. You know, it's about getting a little bit better this week than last week, a little bit better today than yesterday. And that's the commitment that we've got moving forward. Now, two real quick things, and I'm going to introduce our first featured speaker. 2 tips for success, if you will, from my experience. Number 1, stay plugged in. If I can give you, for those that want to build a business, and I'm sorry, we got some people not muted, so if you could, look in your bottom left of your screen and mute, and I'll go through as well, and I'll mute you if you have trouble here. I'll mute here. Just make sure you're being real quiet if you're not sure if you're muted. There, I've muted a couple of you. All right, I think we're good. All right, thank you. And again, we're delighted that you're here. We're all family, so it's all good. And we'll be doing some different things on this platform that'll take that kind of pressure off of you, where you won't have to do anything except plug in and listen and learn and take notes. So it's all good. That's my fault for not having it on the webinar platform. So 2 quick tips as we segue into our first keynote featured speaker. Stay plugged in. Stay plugged into your support team, including your sponsor, the individual that introduced you to V&I, and what I call your success coaches. That's the team above you in the organization. They have a vested financial interest in helping you achieve your goals, and that's critical. Okay, so stay plugged in. Stay plugged into the calls. Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, folks, there'll be a promotion coming out here over the next couple of days. We do our monthly product call. Folks, this is where our founder, Mr. Bill Downs, Steve Kushner, our co-founder, scientists, the creators of our product, talk about real-world examples of just helping us understand how extraordinarily special the Victory Nutrition products are. And we're the only company that I'm aware of, only reputable company in the industry that I'm aware of, that our founder and our lead scientists have a monthly call they commit to teach all of us about the products and the impact of the products and how our products tie into the latest wellness trends and the latest research. And so that's at 8 o'clock Eastern, Tuesday night, because of the holiday, is our monthly product call. Okay, Tuesday night at 9, we're doing our new month kickoff call. Okay, so again, then we've talked about the Thursday Zooms and the Saturday Zooms. So this is an idea, and this is not to overload you. This is to the contrary. This is to let you know there's a system in place where you plug in, get fed, get nourished. Mentor of mine in this business that used to say, plug in to get filled up so you can go spill out on a world that needs it. Get filled up so we can go spill all over people in a good way. Sharing and caring with a smile on our face and love in our heart, putting these products out in the marketplace, educating people on the products, letting them know there's an opportunity to create an additional cash flow to take some pressure off. Our products bless people physically. Our business blesses people financially. And our process is make a friend, find a need, transfer the feeling. We'll be talking about that more in the days and weeks ahead. But stay plugged in. That's the point. Stay plugged in. Don't isolate yourself. Get plugged in to get inspired, to get encouraged, and to learn. That's number 1. Number 2, second tip, do something positive every day to build your V&I business. It could be just shaking hands and meeting somebody new. I'll tell you one thing we do. You know, we use the products and share the products. That's the way what we do every day. And when we want to build a business like everyone on this event, we teach others how to use the products and share the products. So Bill Downs, for those of you that were on the platform early, you heard him talk about my protocol first thing in the morning on an empty stomach is I do my Protovite, my brain reward. Every day. That's the way I start the day. And it's unbelievable. It is the best. I mean, it's better. And I'll do a cup of coffee later, but that's the first thing I do. Right before I go to bed, I take an Enzorb. I do it properly. Then I'll drink a sip of water so that I don't miss anything. And then I brush my teeth and I go to bed. So I begin my day with Victory Nutrition wellness products, and I end my day. And that's the protocol. And then sometimes I'll do a little extra depending on if I've worked out or whatever, but use the products. And I'll give you a tip. Let people see you use them. The other day I had a pretty busy long day, so I did an afternoon serving of Brain Reward. I had a coffee meeting. So I pulled out the Brain Reward with a cup of water and took the Brain Reward, and it was completely organic. And this is before we even started talking business. They said, "What's that?" And I said, "I'm glad you asked." And I told them about Brain Reward. So here's a tip. I didn't even plan this tip. Let people catch you using the product and ask you about it. And you'll see it's a conversation piece. So stay plugged in, do something positive every day, even if it's just publicly using the product in a very genuine way, and you'll be amazed. It's that consistency that creates momentum. Now, with that, I'm so excited to introduce our first featured speaker. This is going to be much like our monthly corporate call in August. We're going to call it a poolside chat since it's still hot, fireside chat when the season changes. But Mr. Dave Stoltzfus is a director with VNI, a tremendous leader, and there's a little background. I'm not sure, but we'll just there's a little bit of background feet noise that just kicked in. But I'm so excited to introduce Dave to all of you. Dave has built an extraordinary business in a short period of time, and we're going to learn from him. So what Dave shares, I want you to take notes, because again, this is coming from a place of real world experience, building an amazing team up and down the East Coast that's now spreading all over the U.S. and Canada. So Dave, thank you for joining us.
Well, it's great to be here, Jeff. I tell you, thank you for this opportunity to just say hi to all those great BNI people out there.
Super. Well, let's start from the beginning. For those that haven't had an opportunity to meet you, Dave, what's your background, in life and business, and then how did you first learn about Victory Nutrition?
Well, first of all, I come from an Amish family in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And I was doing some Uber driving, and a Amish lady, I picked up an Amish lady, and she told me about BNI in my back seat, and locked the door and wouldn't let me get out of the car until I responded positively to her. No, I'm just kidding a little bit, but and that's now my sponsor today, Abner and Sarah Fisher. But anyway, I come from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I'm 73 years old. And I've been involved in this industry either part-time or full-time now since I was about 25 years old. So I've got kind of the distinction of doing network marketing as a single person, then as a married person, then as a father, and now as a grandfather. And my role never changes, but I really love this industry. And so that's kind of my background. Jeff.
Well, Dave, let me ask you this now. And again, for those of you that are guests, I want to emphasize we're going to have feature leaders and emerging leaders that come from different backgrounds. The interesting thing is, Dave, you're one of the individuals that's wise enough to know about the power of a diversified cash flow, like you said, part-time, full-time, but specifically with VNI. What was it that attracted you to VNI? Because I know we don't have time to get into this. I know you were retired from the industry. What was it that you saw that said, you know what, there's something here. I'm going to take some action?
Well, Abner did something that I think we all need to learn from, and that is that when I was introduced by Sarah and Abner, they immediately wanted me to be plugged into their upline. And my upline at that point, his upline at that point, happened to be Bill and Kim Downs. And because Bill and Kim are close to the Philadelphia area, Abner immediately picks up the phone and say, hey, how would you like to have lunch with Bill and Kim? Now, I'm sure that's not always possible, and Bill might not want me to say that. But when I met Bill and Kim and I realized their integrity, and I have a network marketing heart, always have for years and years and years. And I saw their integrity, and I saw what they were involved in and what their mission was. I wanted to be a part of this. It did not take me long to realize that. And I wanted to be a part of it. So I was really attracted to the management of this team because I've looked at them. I've looked at so many of them over the years. And this is not just blowing smoke, but very few of them hold a candle to what Bill and Kim have to offer as far as their integrity and management is concerned, because I feel they will be here, much longer than what I can live. But I'm excited to be a part of this because of the integrity. And that's what attracted me. And then also I started using the products, and I began to see, and I've been using supplements for 50 years, and some of the best on the market. I began to see changes, not immediately, but I began to see changes in my physical body that I realized that some of my organs were beginning to slow down a little bit. And boy, I tell you, I began to see changes, within a couple months, and was really excited about the science of it all. And so for now, I'm not a hype type of person, so I don't care how many testimonials you give me, and I know that they can be hyped up. But when I saw their science and I did my own research, I wanted to be a part of this.
Super. And I tell you, you bring up a great point, Dave, and I'll share with all of you, we've got great participation on a Labor Day Saturday as we kick off the month of September. But Bill and Kim Downs are all of our uplines as founders and owners of the company. And I do want to share for some of you that might have industry experience like Dave, significant industry experience, I want you to know that our founders do not have a position in the tree. Nobody in the corporate team has a position in the tree, including me, and no one will ever, as your president, I'm sharing with you, no one ever in the corporate team, not their spouses, will ever have a position in the downline organization, because that's a conflict of interest. The corporate team's job, our job is to serve Dave, you, and everyone on this event and the entire VNI representative community in helping you reach your goals. But like you said so well, Dave, Bill's on this event. He has a loving servant leadership heart, and he cares about every single one of us, and that's so well said. So I want to ask you an open-ended question that gives you an opportunity to really share some of your wisdom. These are kind of two questions. You've already touched on some. What makes VNI different? And then in addition to that, how have you as a director, and for some of our brand new participants here, you don't know what that means yet, but as a director growing and building a wonderful organization, what are the key principles of success that you would give maybe for our newest, maybe the 2, 3, or 4 key tips from your experience to help the newest person that's plugged in this morning?
Well, in answering the first part of that question, the thing that I think is so unique with VNI is their science. And I tell people, I said, really begin to have faith and make a commitment to the science of VNI. There are a lot. Our competition is not testimonials. That's not our competition. Their competition is our science. You see, and so the thing, if it just be testimonials, Jeff, I would not have been interested, because I've had good testimonials on supplements, and I know there's good nutritional supplements out there, and there's even what I would call decent network marketing companies, but they don't have what VNI has. It did not take me long as a very seasoned network marketer. It did not take me long to see the difference, the management, the system. All I ever do in training, in my own training, have done this for years and years and years. I only train on what I'm doing. I never train, I shouldn't say never, because there's some principles there, but I only share what I'm doing. And if what I'm training and I'm not doing it, why am I training it? Why am I confusing people with doing that? And so I like this whole thing of plug in, promote, and prospect. Boy, that is powerful. And in V&I, you know, as a leader and a seasoned network marketer, we all have a tendency of reinventing the wheel sometimes. And with V&I coming in such a young company, the system that they already have, some companies after 10, 15 years don't have the system that V&I has. And so and just a little plug here, I'm so thankful that you've come on board, Jeff, because you bring a lot of that to V&I that is so needed in the field as well. But to plug into the system, the things that you're putting together, the Zooms and everything else, and if people just plug in and promote, plug in, promote. I tell people, create an email broadcast list, your own little email broadcast list. And then every week, send out an email broadcast to your people, highlighting what's coming up this week. And just do that every week. And then to prospect. One of the things I love, and again, it's part of the system. Can you see this, Jeff? I don't know. Can you see
a little higher, a little higher.
A little higher, this? Yeah. Oh my goodness, this is a powerful little booklet. And I've been with companies that didn't have this kind of thing after 10 years, you know, and here it's, and so what I do is I just staple this little Nzorb inside, and I want to challenge everybody. Yes, absolutely. And I want to challenge everybody out there. What would happen? What would your rank be 12 months from now if you would give out just one of these little booklets a day? Just one a day. And do some good follow-up. You know, try to do your own personalized kind of follow-up that you're doing. And I know you're going to be doing some training and follow-up as well. But that's a system. You know, I don't have to say a lot. And a lot of network marketers sometimes don't know how to open up the conversation. You know, this is an opener conversation piece. And they go home and there's enough of information, shows you how to use it, what it's for, and all kinds of stuff. And this is powerful. I love that. And so, you know, and like I said, I'm very much a systems type of person. And if people would just learn how to plug into the system, don't try to reinvent the wheel. You know, because a lot of people come into network marketing with their own experience in other industries. And if they're not careful, they'll try to bring that experience and say, oh, I could do this better, or I could do this better, or I could do something else better. Well, it's going to slow you down, first of all. And not only that, if you're an extremely creative person, you will never stop creating. And I've had to learn how to put some of that creativity aside, because I've learned the phrase, it is more profitable to duplicate than what it does to come up with a new idea. You know, and I could not say that with a lot of companies because they don't have a lot of things to duplicate, but V&I does. And then so it's that plug into that system and you're putting it together so well. I really believe that someone could do this. I mean, this is my feeling after lots and lots of experience, that if someone would want to and would only have, you know, wouldn't have a lot of time, within 10, 12 hours a week, I really believe plugging into the system, promoting the product in a very simple, easy way, promoting that product consistently, not just, well, I'm going to do it emotionally because I now have my goal set to do something this month, you know, but to do it for a year. And do it consistently, and then prospecting everybody. I really believe that someone could be a crown ambassador if they would want to. Not everybody, you know, wants to go that, but in a part-time basis, could become a crown ambassador in 5 years. Because I've studied this, and I really believe that it's going to take a system to do that. You know, systems are duplicable. I'm not duplicable. You know, so if I try to duplicate myself out there among my people, you know, they wouldn't like it anyway. And plus I also found out that systems never quit on you. You know, people can, and people do in this industry, including leaders sometimes. They can quit on you, you know, in your downline, whatever. But if you're continuing to promote the system, that will never quit on you. It will always be there for you to be used. So I'm excited. I really believe that, and like you said, Jeff, I was retired. I didn't think I would ever do another network marketing business. But this is so different. And I don't know how to describe that. It would take some time for me to explain why this is so different. But believe me, take it from a person who's been around this industry for a number of years, and I know the companies out there. V&I is different. It's different. And so I'm really excited to be a part of it. I've become re-engaged, and I came out of retirement because I believe in V&I. I believe in the science, and I believe in the product that comes out of that science. I believe in this management. Jeff, I believe in you, and I believe in my people who are being attracted to this business. And I want to say this because I think it's so important, that if you've been in network marketing for a while, you're going to find out that in the next year or 2 years, there's a lot of people who've tried network marketing who were not that successful, who are going to be looking for V&I. So keep your eye open for those people, because we have something to offer that I can emphatically say no other network marketing company has to offer. And
Dave,
I'm so excited.
I know I've got to jump here because I want to ask you one more question before, because I know you've got a hard stop of another meeting. So so this is great information. But I love what you said. You know, we've got a system here. I always say, build the model, replicate the model.
That's
and
so
so
can do from here.
New. By the way, we've got a couple people that aren't muted. I'll mute Dr. There we go. There we go. Build the model, replicate the model. And for those of you that are brand new, as Dave's talking, we're going to teach you over time that model, one step at a time, baby steps. But like you also said, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. We collectively have invented the wheel. We know what works. We know what doesn't work, and we'll teach you how to roll it. So it's a beautiful, beautiful way to do business. Last question to get, but I want to give you as much time as you can to spread your wings on this. All right, I know two things tied together. You've got some amazing leaders and emerging leaders on your team. Way too many to give everybody kudos, but I want you to acknowledge some of the amazing things that are happening with your team and your business. And in addition, where do you see the future? You know, where do you see the future for us as a family, as a community? And also on this event live, where do you see the possibilities over the next 5 years and beyond?
Yeah. Well, first of all, as far as the future is concerned, I'm really plugged into what you shared maybe a week or so ago, 100,000 active customers, in 5 years. And I really believe that is a real achievable goal. I believe that V&I will be a $1 billion a year company and beyond, the second and the third and the $4 billion a year company. I think they will be global. And again, I say that because not so much just because of the leaders I have met, but the system that has been introduced. See, that can be duplicated hundreds and thousands of times out there. And if it's and if it can be duplicated and the science continues to create even more and more better products, oh my goodness, you know, the future is unlimited. Yeah. And I love to talk to retirees. I worked for 40 years. I draw retirement and Social Security. And in a year and a half, my V&I check now matches my retirement check. In a year and a half, tell that to a retirement person who have a hard time living on their retirement.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And so Dave, how did you do it? It was this. You know, it was this. It was all done for me. All I had to do, and I tell people, network marketing is not so much head-to-head as it is hand-to-hand. Hand this out, you know, and let the numbers work for you. You know, let the numbers work for you. And statistics will tell you that numbers, if you do something often enough, something comes out of that. And this is so simple and easy to do. And I just, and I have my little my little pouch, my little packet. I keep it in my car, and with all these, I got the Enzorb all stapled in and all kinds of stuff. So I hardly ever let anybody says, "Hey, try this." They said, "What is this?" "Oh, the instructions are inside. Why don't you read it?" And incidentally, there's a sample in there. Take it before you go to bed tonight, and let me call you and see what you think.
I love it.
And so I think the future, not only in nutrition, I really believe that the science of V&I is going to redefine how we take supplements and what supplements do to the physical body. I believe that 100%. And the second thing I think V&I is going to redefine network marketing. So I think that's the future. And if that's the case, look at the huge market we have in both of those industries that are out there. Sky's the limit. I really believe that.
Super.
And I tell people, I say, you know, sometimes we can set our goals really high, but everybody's next goal should be, number one, take care of your reps, take care of your customers, and communicate with them. And the second thing is find out what it's going to take to achieve your next rank. You know, just the next rank. Figure that one out, and then the next one, and then the next one. And next thing you know, you don't even know, you know, what a Crown Ambassador is, but you'll be one of them.
I love it. Super. Thank you, Dave. Thank you so much for investing and pouring into us on this Saturday. You've got an amazing team. I know I don't want to leave anybody, but I know Judy Bauer is part of your team.
Yeah, Judy Bear. I just want to give a shout out to her, Dan in Harrisonburg, and Lewis Driver. You know, these two guys. And I've been working with them for about 2 months. They're now doing their own meetings. They're doing their own things. I teach them all kinds of duplicable things. Just plug in, and they're doing it. And they're not replicating me. They're replicating the system.
Super. Well, Dave, thank you so much. Have a wonderful Labor Day weekend. Thanks for sharing your leadership. And I buy into your vision. Big things ahead. And we are redefining wellness and the industry. So thank you so much. Keep leading. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the invite, Jeff.
Yes, sir. All right. So next, we're going to go to our next featured speaker. This individual we're going to go from Pennsylvania down the East Coast to the Sunshine State again. Many of you that aren't part of his team were blessed with some of his wisdom and leadership on our monthly corporate leadership call for August. Mr. Dwight Halstead is a director also with V&I, just like Dave. Probably the fastest growing team actually over the last couple of months in the entire world of V&I. So it's my pleasure to introduce to everyone Mr. Dwight Halstead. Dwight, let me find your video feed. There you are, and I'm going to make it.
I'm on. Can you hear me?
Yes, and you're now taking up the whole screen on the recording too. We got you all set.
Oh my God. Okay. And David, that was some great information. We got to make sure we segment some of that stuff out for individuals. And I go, what a segue to what I want to cover.
Yeah, and Dwight,
Jeff, you are absolutely brilliant in how you put this together.
Yeah, hey, and guess what? You had a big part of it, partner. I'm going to stop my video, and you take it away. Take it away.
All right. So I want to, I'm impressed on how big of a turnout we have here. This is absolutely amazing for our first meeting. All right, look at guys. My name is Dwight Halstead. I'm down here in Cal, Florida. For those of you who don't know who I am, I started back in February with V&I. I saw the vision, just like David had mentioned, and had a chance to meet with Bill Downs and saw the difference that this is. I've been in this industry for about 40 plus years myself, have built some large organizations out there. But with V&I, I saw some things that were very unique, and I saw an opportunity here that just doesn't come up that often. And this is why we jumped into it, and I had the ability to share with a few people over the last few months, and we've had a very good, strong growth just by my reaching out and sharing. And so, what I want to kind of go over today is the business model, and this is a perfect segue from what David was talking about, because when you have the commitment and you're with the you're with the right company and you've got a great management system, then that within lies a great business opportunity. And that's what V&I is all about. But I'm going to go over here real quickly. we are in a business that sometimes people don't put a lot of value in, or they get overwhelmed by the big things. So today I'm going to kind of bring these things down, and some of this, the information I'm going to be sharing today is it's just real basic, but what I have found in dealing with my people and in training in that, sometimes we tend to forget where we're going. You know, everybody jumps into this with a lot of enthusiasm and takes off, but they haven't broken it down to the simple and to the basics. So that's kind of what I want to kind of go over with everybody today. And here it is, guys. This is real simple. A lot of times people get confused by the comp plan, and a lot of companies out there, there's some companies out there that have these rapid growth. You know, they have these great sizzle comp plans where it looks like you make a lot of money up front and everything else. And I always tell people that get somewhere that there's a way, once you understand this plan has a very good startup that allows somebody to build a solid foundation first and to start putting in a little bit of time and a little bit of effort and let the upfront money start coming in, and it will build month after month after month. And as you move up through the ranks, it will start generating some serious residual income. And so there's just a few things I want everybody to focus in on. And the first one is, when somebody comes in, a lot of times we talk to people, we're all looking to, people want to be able to put an extra $100 to $200 to $300 a month. And that's kind of the average out there. Once in a while, you'll get that guy who says, you know, I need to make $1,000 a month. And, you know, this is possible. I mean, I did it myself. But most people are looking to just bring in an extra $100 or $200 and get the product paid for and learn as they go. And one of the most important things to remember is that we got the 30% first order bonus. When we bring somebody in and the customer's on an average of 130, we're getting 30% of that. If somebody comes in with one of the business packages, you're getting 30% of that. That's how that dollar volume comes in immediately on that weekly basis. The next thing is, and I'm going to kind of go over this a little bit more depth, is the rank advancement bonus. Is that as you start going up the ranks, this is what helps keep us in the upfront money in order to have that money you need in order to develop into your business. There's also the rank advancement bonus. When you reach rank, there's a match check that gets into that, and that is amazing. And the other thing to focus in on is what we call this 10% check match. As you start bringing people in and as they start building up their unit level, you're getting a 10% check match on that. And the last thing on this plan is that it is compressible. This is a big deal in this industry. And what that means, as you start building, as your line starts building down, and you know, customers come and go, and sometimes, unfortunately, distributors come and go for whatever reason, is that money rolls, that volume rolls right up and gets into the placement. This way, the money that's been set aside to reward the reps is 100% paid back out to the field. So, you know, Bill has been extremely fair on the way this program is laid out. And so I'm kind of going to go over the real nuts and bolts on how simple this program can be and how we tend to make it too complicated. And the other thing I also want people to focus in on is understand the value of being with Victory Nutrition and the value of being in this industry, because sometimes we tend to miss that. Now, it all starts when you bring somebody in. You come in yourself, and as you begin to learn, this is what we call the power of three. And you focus on finding your three key people. Now, you'll have your customers, you're going to have you'll build your customer base, because nothing happens in this industry without a sale, without product being purchased and bought. And and as we get product in people's hands and people start getting results and start feeling the difference, they start sharing, this starts the whole growth process. And this is kind of what makes us unique than any other company that I've been out there, is that, you know, people are feeling results, they're feeling positive. So it's all about the power of three. You focus in and getting your three. And then you help those do exactly the same thing. And as the numbers, as you can see, as the progression comes through here, is, you know, you bring in your three, you help them bring in the three, they bring in the three. You can see this growth. And I've been with the company for 6 months now. I've seen this growth. And I've gone and I've got a track that I've been following, but I'm over 200 people, individuals in my group right now. And it all started with me bringing in my original small group to begin with, and the growth. It's all based on that. So as you reach out and you start thinking about building your business, start looking for those key 3 individuals that you are going to work with on a day-to-day basis. And then reaching out to them and helping them do exactly the same thing. And one of the things that David brought in that I thought was very good, and this is something we talk about with my group, and I had some conversations yesterday with a couple of my people, is I said, don't forget to reach up. Don't forget to reach out to us that are here. You know, sometimes I know in my team I've had some people that have been a little shy about giving me a call about something. I said, no, you need to call, and you need to move up and have us help you, because that's how the training process works. And if you're reaching up and asking for information, and you have that new people and reaching up and asking for information, that translates all the way through. And this is where the solid team concept comes in. Now, you probably have all seen this chart. There's a few key elements in this that I kind of want to go over, but here's the thing that's important. I want to go through 6 cycles of growth. I'm going to go through 6 cycles of growth, of how the upfront money and then how the back end it works, and why it's important to focus on where you're going. And David brought this up very well. It's a matter of hitting each step and moving forward. The upfront money of this, and here's the thing to think about, is that when we all come in as a member, we bring in our first 3 people, and look what happens. It moves us up to a manager's level. And that does a couple of different things. Number one is it puts you in a position for a $250 bonus. So in that first month, if you find your 3 people coming in and you got that $250 bonus, and you've had your fast starts, there's where you have your $300, $400, $500, or $600 that can help you start to move forward. Now, as you start to work with those next 3, you can see here, all of a sudden you move up to the executive manager. There's another $500 bonus on that, plus your fast starts, plus, so you can start to see, you can start maintaining that $300, $400, $500 income. Now, when that group starts to do the same, the next thing you know, you're at the director status, and that's a $750 bonus. And then on top of that, just matching bonus on the first order check. But as I want to kind of share here, as you can start to see the volume and the dollars start rolling up, so you have that $1,000, you know, that $100, $150 a week. You start to have on the monthly earn, you start to have that $200, and it's $500, and it's $800, and it just continues on. If you stay focused on building, and it all talks about sharing. And the ultimate goal that I always like to have my people look at is, you know, once you hit, as you are building on this backside, when you get to the executive director, this is when that residual volume actually will start to kick in, and you'll start seeing some very solid month-to-month income because of your organization, because it's not just you working. You know, I just recently went director here, you know, last month, and that was in my first 5 months of the business. And that was just by sticking to a plan and going day to day and getting that little bit of money up front, you know, that comes in, and that's what took over. You know, that's where we started that's where I started, you know, having the extra money that I needed. And this is something we can share with people. They can come in. They're not going to make $1,000 their first week or you know, $10,000 their first month. Not that it's impossible, but it's highly unlikely unless you've got certain circumstances. The other value that comes in, and where the power comes in, is understand as you start bringing in the unit level increases dramatically, and the power of this is in the 3. And as you start to look at how this works, is that when you bring somebody in, and so here's you, and you're building your course, and you're building your people up, and the numbers are coming up. If you bring in Bob, Ted, and Jane, and you teach them to do the same, notice how these numbers and this volume all flows up accordingly. And of course, when you're training to do the same, this volume starts going up. And what happens is one person advances the other that advances the other. And the beauty of this program, when you help and you place people and you get them into situations, and let's say you place people under, you bring in, I come in and maybe in this case I would take Jane and place underneath here. As this volume starts rolling up, this starts helping you advance through those various ranks. And it all, again, remember, it's all focused in you finding your three and helping those three and finding out what they need in order to get to that level. Now, I'm going to go over a scenario here that kind of shows the simplicity of this. Got to always do a disclaimer. These are possible earnings. Some people will, some people won't. But there's a very simple, realistic way to approach this business. And I'm just going to kind of show you a scenario, what's called 6 progressive cycles in order to take your business through. And this path, if you stick with it, works. And I personally can attest to the fact that this is a path that I've been kind of following, and I'm on track, with these numbers. So it worked for me. There's no reason why it can't work for you, or you can't even do better. But understand, there's a value to building on this that makes it worthwhile that if you're looking at what's going to happen 2 years or 3 years down the road, you're looking on the long end, the back end of this program, you understand why it's actually inconceivable. Maybe you haven't hit the goal. It's inconceivable to quit because the potential here on the growth and building just goes without saying. So let's kind of just go ahead and take a look. Here are the 6 levels we look at. You come in as a member, you move up as a rep, then you move up as a manager, you move up as an executive manager, then you become a director, then you become an executive director. And that's probably, at that point, executive director is where you can make a lot of decisions on how much further you want to move in. Also, I'm telling you from experience, when you build an organization where you have 500, 600, or 1,000 people underneath you, and it's not you recruiting, but it's building a team and sharing, because it's a lot easier to work with 3 and help them and train and move down, and they share and they bring in their customers and volume. It's only a matter of time. But when you get to that executive director level, which is where I like to have people focus in at, is that this is where the residual income finally comes into play. So let's take a look. You come into step 1, you get in, you get the product and you try it, that's a rep. Now, you're excited about the product, you go out and find your 3 people. Now, let's take a look. When you bring somebody in, always talk to people, say, I want you to invest in your health. That's our primary concern, is to have people invest in their health first. Because if they're investing in themselves and they're getting value with the product, then the money is never wasted. What value can we put on the health? But let's take a look at this. If you come in at 130 plus shipping and handling taxes, and you share with 3 people, take a look at what you've just earned. You've got $117 on the fast start. That's $390. 30% is 117, and you've gone up to the manager's level. So now that you've gone up to the manager's level, and you're and you hit that manager's level, here's what happens when you help those 3, is that now on the first level you have $1,650 coming in on that residual from those first 3 you came in. But look how your bonus kicks in at $250. So now you had the 139 before, and now you're at $260. Look at what happens here. In theory, in your first 2 months, you've invested $260 into your health, and you've already seen a return of $392. So here's the value. It's already there. If you could invest $260 and every 2 months make it $380, you would do that package day in and day out. But see, the program gets better and the value gets even better. By staying focused, you should get to that 3rd cycle. And that's where you move up to the executive manager. And something to think about here. We have quite a few people in our group that hit the executive manager in their very first or even their 2nd month, myself included. But now as you're growing, you're not getting income on that second and on your first level, 2nd level. And you can see the unit level is starting to build. It's slow, but it's steady. And I've never had anybody turn down a $46 check yet. But look as you hit the executive manager, there's another $500 that comes in. So you've earned up to that point by doing this progressive building $560. Now look at this. You take all the money that's been earned and this is minimum. There's other bonuses we haven't talked about here to come into play. But in that time, you've made $945, but you've spent $390 on product. That's even a better return yet. See, the value is here. This is what you look at. When you get to the fourth level, is you're moving up to rank advancement. Now the director pays $750, but see how important that third level is? As you start looking at this third level, it's at 10%, because your organization, these 27 people down here, you don't know. These are all people you've never been introduced to. But look at how that volume, that those numbers have gone up by helping your three and helping them get their three. Look how these numbers grow up. And then, you know, of course, this helps you get advanced in the rank, but look where this takes you. And now, look at the return. $650 and $3,000. How many of you would write a check out for $300 today in 5 months to get paid back $3,000? See, there's value in building. And this is a matter of taking a little bit of effort, an hour a week, making sure products being purchased, making sure that, you know, people are getting their product, they're happy with what's going on, and with your new distributors, you're plugging them into the systems, you're plugging them into our programs, and we got a lot of new stuff now that's happening we didn't have when I first started, that it's even making it easier to do this. Now, when you get to the sixth cycle, this is when you finally have made it. You're now at the executive level. And take a look here. When you get to that sixth cycle and you've built, and you've now invested $780 into your own health, into products that are doing you good, look at that net return. That's $6,000. This is what's possible. And this can happen in 6 months, and this can happen in a year. Maybe it takes 2 years. Everybody moves at their own pace. But once you hit this executive level, executive director level, you're now going to see a steady income. It's going to be, you know, you're going to be looking at maybe $1,500 to $3,000 a month in residual basis. Here's what I want you to take a look at. Let's say the average person takes a year to build to this level. But let's just say it took you a year. The income is still the same. And again, there's other bonuses in here, but this is on a minimal basis. But at that point, you've invested $1,500 into yourself, into your health, but you still have a profit of $4,640. That's huge. And let's say it takes you 2 years to build. You know, you find one person the first month, you find one person the next month, you find one person the next month, then you help those, and it takes 2 or 3 months. Let's just say it takes you 3 years to go. You're still in a profitable situation because you're at $4,680. You're still making $1,600. You still have a $1,500 return. Nothing to write home about. And let's say you're super slow and everything goes wrong, and you know it took you a year just to figure out how to turn your computer on. In 4 years, you broke even. But the bottom line is, in 4 years, you by following the plan, if it took you 4 years to get there, you are now at a point to where you're earning $1,500 to $3,000 in residual income, and that's $18,000 to $30,000 a year, all depending on how you structure that. Now, think about what that $18,000 to $30,000 a year can mean. If you take that and invest that over 10 years, yeah, that's $180,000 to $300,000. With that kind of extra income coming in. Now, remember, we're not at this point. We're not even talking about cutting into your primary income. This is you spending 10, 12 hours a week, an hour or two on a daily basis, and leveraging your time. And let's say it takes you that 4 years to get to the level, and you start generating that extra $1,500 to $3,000 a month. What can you do with that extra income? Does that pay off a car? Does that pay for your mortgage? Does that allow you to move up to a better home? Does that actually give you the extra time freedom to be able to step out and maybe do more vacation time with your family? See, the value of this industry, and this is where people, you know, in this industry, is one thing I have noticed. People, they're too focused on the short term and the immediate results without thinking about the long term, without projecting themselves out. And what would you do on a day-to-day basis? You know, people could spend 4 to 8 years going to college and spending tens of thousands of dollars to get that education because they're looking at the long term, what it's going to return back to them. Well, it's the same thing here. We're investing in ourselves, and you're learning. Maybe you're learning a new skill. Maybe we have one thing that's nice about the BNI is the team the group of people we have in here. And you see David, he's got one plan of attack he moves. I have a little different plan of attack that I move. But the bottom line is we're out there every day making contacts and talking with people and sharing information and maybe sharing products and putting products in people's hands and sharing them with a video here and a video there to do one thing, and that is to help them enhance their life, either their health or their financial success. And there within lies the value. So, I always tell people when I bring somebody in, there's 5 steps that you need to be successful in this industry, and it's really a no-brainer in many ways. The first thing is you've got to be willing to invest in your health. If somebody comes in and we're talking to somebody and they're not concerned about themselves, about investing in their health and we are in a health and wellness industry. So you want to make sure, you want to invest in your health. And that's what VNI is all about. As we learn the science and the value of the products, that's what we're doing. Those of us that have been on the products, we've all seen benefits. We all have our stories. The next thing is you need to learn. You got to become a student of this industry, a student of this product. And I always encourage people, take time to learn more about VNI. You never learn enough. I learn new things just listening to David. And learn about the industry. What do you need to do to make yourself better? What do you need to do to get out of your comfort zone in order to share with new people? How do you get in front of new people? See, there's a whole learning. That's what this meeting here today is all about, is helping you learn and take that next step. Obviously, the third thing is you're sharing. We are not in the sales industry. We are in the sharing industry. It's all about sharing product and sharing information. I will guarantee you one thing, is that you share product and you share information, you give people what they need, you give them the information they need, they will make the intelligent decision what will be necessary for them. I've been in marketing for over 30 plus years. I've never sold one thing in my life, but I have made millions in sales. The difference is, and one reason why I've always been at the top, is I always share information, I always share benefits, and I always show the value of what I have that's going to have to that individual, and let them draw their own conclusions. When they draw their own conclusions, they will either join you or not join you. Most cases, if you present it properly, they're going to join you. After you do these 3 things, commit. It's not a 30-day commitment. This is something you commit to yourself, you commit to your family, and you commit for the long term. And understand that maybe you won't be real smooth. That's why I'm saying on that 6-month cycle. It's a 6-month cycle. You decide how fast you want to move. You decide what to share and what to learn. But stay committed. Stay committed to learning one new thing every day. Stay committed to making sure you reach out to one new person on a daily basis. And then after you get all this and you get your plan, the thing that kills most people is you've got to take action. Take action on what you're doing. Every day, do something that's getting you to your next goal. Do something that's getting you to the next step in your thing. And here's something I want everybody to think about. Right now, we have the Thursday night regular meetings, which is an overview meeting and the business meeting, and we're going to have this training call where people can learn more about how exciting this really is. We have now got a tool. This event right here and a Thursday night event, right, is the tool that everybody can use to invite people to. See, David had his little packet, his little brochure with the Enzorb. What a brilliant idea. Hand that to somebody. Give them some information. And then you let them know. You want to learn more? Come to the Thursday night meeting at 9 o'clock. See who we are. Learn more about the people. Find the other people that are involved. And I can't stress this enough. If you bring somebody to a meeting and they see 20, 30, 40, 100 people, they begin to realize there's something more than just you, that is greater than yourself, that we have something that's greater than ourselves. This is where success is going to start moving. And this is by taking action. So, I encourage everybody that's on this call today, your first action is to get somebody on Thursday's call. Your first action is reach out to 5, 10, 15 people and share with them a video, share with them the product, and then invite them to Thursday's call. And then let David and let Jeff, myself, Bill, let us do the heavy lifting of sharing the information to move people through and then helping them make the next decision. And so now we've even got a stronger system to help people grow with what we're doing here today and what we're going to be doing here for the rest of you. So think about where you want to go with that. Now, when we come in, and I think this is something to think about, there's things that we do as leaders. And part of that, and the thing that Bill has done very well with VNI, is this training is all done, it comes from the heart, but it's all free. We have the training, we have tools that are available. There's plenty of tools out there to learn what they are, get your plan of action put together, and take the team. We have a wide variety of individuals here with all kinds of skills. Learn, find the person in this group. Find the person who kind of you match with, and start to pick their brains and find out and learn from them. I know the very first meeting I had with VNI, when I went up to North Carolina and met with Bill, and I met with a small group of individuals. As I was evaluating this business and taking a look, I was picking people who already been with VNI for a year, and I was listening. I was finding out what were they doing, how were they successful, where were they failing, and with that conversation is where I saw the huge opportunity. And the last thing, and this is something I did as well, is I made the commitment. I knew right then and there this was something that was so unique and so different and had so much value that it was well worth my time and energy to start putting together and start working and start leading and start bringing people forward in order to help. And this is what we bring to the table. This is what Bill brings to the table. Is we know one thing about Bill, is you will learn, is he's never going to compromise on the company. He's never going to compromise on the support to us, and he's never, ever going to compromise on the product and the quality that goes before that. And when you have that solid foundation, you have no reason not to commit and to learn and understand the value. Even if it takes you 4 years to build, to get to that residual income, even if it did that, isn't there not value to gaining that extra value? So, again, when we talk to people and they understand this value, we can let people decide where they want to get started. Think about this. No matter where you start today, whether you're starting at the very basic level and build up, in 4 years, whether I'm a superstar and come in 90 days or I'm a slow builder, in 4 years, we both can be on the same track. So when somebody comes in, and anybody on this call who has not taken a look, has not really gotten started yet, now's the time to go ahead and do it. And the company offers some very simple ways to get started. We have I call it a conservative part-time. Conservative part-time is somebody, who kind of gets it, doesn't have a big sphere of influence, or still wants to kind of dip their toe in the water, get some product in and try it. Well, they can get started at the $140 level, and they can start to build. And the beauty of this is they can build at the same level as where anybody else comes in. Now, if you want to become a part-time builder and you want to make a little bit more commitment, then we have the next package that's available. That's a $280 package. And this gives you more product, but here's what happens. If you have a few individuals, you have 5, 6, 7, 10 people, you have a small group that you can share product with, here's the samples. And what Bill has done and what the company's done is they have provided an extra product. So it's $135 worth of savings, but there's free samples there. So not only are you buying product you should be using and getting value out of, but now you have something you can share with a few individuals. I have a gentleman down in Miami who's building, Joe Young, and that's exactly, he shares, that's what he does. He shares, and then we get together and we do talking, we do a three-way calling, and we're building we're building this network. We're starting to grow and build out on that. And he does that by putting product in people's hands and telling them, watch this video, put this product, watch this. And he gets back, and some people are seeing something amazing themselves. And he did that right up front to bring in his first few people. And then right now we're following through. And so if you have a small group you want to work, the part-time business package. And of course, obviously, the share and grow pack. If you're a serious business builder and you really want to grow your business and you have a sphere of influence, this package is $580. This gives you plenty of samples, gives you the individual cups, plus it gives you one product of each for you to try. But here's something that I always share with people. This is actually the most economical plan you can get into. And here's why. If you go ahead and get the products you want to use, and these extra products you have, if you promote those and sell those, you can almost make your money back, your 580. So in fact, I've had people who have come in, sold from their individual stock, and have made their money back. And if that's the case, and you have people that you have people you can share with, and you have a group of influence where you can put product in people's hands, just like David did, then this package is definitely the way to go. And also, I can't stress enough, when you have it available, when you can place in somebody's hand, you can charge them on the first, like the 15-day supply to get them started, and then get them trying the product, get them to do the research. It just becomes another part of the process. So, this is what everybody you want to look at. Join with us. We're making a difference out there, and that is the value that we have. We are the people that, as we grow, as we get the message out there, it's amazing. The Americans today is overfed and undernourished. And there's a lot of reasons for that. And I've been in this industry, and one reason why I have been into it, I'm not an expert in nutrition by any stretch of the imagination, but I understood the value of that. And just through the enthusiasm alone, understanding what good nutrition was all about, that's why I've always been excited about being in this industry. Because I've seen people's lives change when we made them aware. And that's what we do. We're making people aware for the first time. And that's the importance of sharing information. So those of you that are new, I recommend 3 things. I find people fall into 3 categories. You're an A, B, or C. A, you're ready to get started. Get back with your sponsor and tell them, hey, I'm ready to get started right now. And select the package that best fits you. Or you're a B, for those of you that are still thinking to come in, you go, still not sure, I need more information. Get back with your sponsor. Get back to the person that invited you and find out what additional information do you need to have to help you make that decision to move forward. And here's what's important. When we take people through this process, and now you leaders out there, I want you to think about this. As we are bringing people through this process, you've given a little bit of information with some videos. You've shared with, you maybe put some product in their hands. And then you bring them to our Thursday night call. And they're going to get more information. When is a better time to get started? And for those of you who think about it, is when you have the information at hand. You've got all this. You're excited now. You've seen it. Don't let it wear out. Reach out. It's all about taking the action that we talked about in the beginning. There's a plan. There's a system. And there's excitement. Take that plan and go and get started. And some people obviously are going to look at this and either, this is not the right time for them. One thing everybody's got to understand, today may not be the right time. And when people tell you no today, it doesn't mean they're saying no for tomorrow. It just means this is not the right time for whatever reason. You don't necessarily write them off, or you still share, keep it up, because something always happens where somewhere down 6 months, or a year down the road, we're going to be here. And for those that this is not the right time for them, that's great. Because the value is, it doesn't make any difference whether you start today or start next year. The value and the ability to build is still going to be here for you. So with that, I hope everybody, grasp this, internalize this, set your goals, and be willing to just take it over. Back to you.
Dwight, that was absolutely, hold on a second, let me figure out how to get you back larger here. Hold on a second, I'll do it this way. Stay with me.
Back up.
Stay with me. Yep, I see you. All right, so I tell you what's, that was absolutely masterful information, and I'm going to put this back like that. Perfect, I got it. All right, so that was awesome. I mean, literally, that was world class. I've got email and text messages coming through while you were going through the presentation. Enthusiastic communications, and for the whole team. And Dwight, I want to keep you on.
Thank you.
Large screen. Stay with me until we close in 60 seconds.
Oh yeah.
I just want to applaud you for your leadership, for pouring into all of us. Well done. And folks, I hope this gives you a taste of where we're going. We have an amazing, we're the best kept secret in wellness. We're the best kept secret in direct to consumer relational marketing, but we're not going to be the best kept secret for long. We're going to be the best kept. We're going to be the best company in the industry, both wellness and direct sales. But the word's going to get out over the next couple of years, and everyone listening to this event, plugged in live or recording, you're an early adopter. You can be, we're going to take this across North America, every corner of the United States and Canada in the months ahead, and then all around the world. And we've got a almost 5-year foundation for this great company with these amazing products. Now is time, with Dwight's leadership, with Dave's leadership, and I'm looking in the camera here, with your leadership, every one of you, it's time to take this mission worldwide. And we're excited. We're going to lock arms. We're going to do it together. I want to close by saying, again, a great big thank you, Dwight, to your folks. Dwight's going to be leading and pouring into us weekly for years to come, and his leadership team that he's raising up and supporting. Same with Dave, and same with many other leaders that you're going to be meeting and learning from in the weeks and months ahead. Tuesday at 8 o'clock, product overview with our founder and visionary CEO, Mr. Bill Downs, and Steve Kushner, our co-founder and head of R&D. 9 o'clock, there'll be communications that go out. 9 o'clock, we're going to do a call. It's not a Zoom, but a call to kick off September to build on what we've talked about today. I'm going to be featuring a brand new manager, very part-time, in just a couple of weeks in August, sharing with a few people just like Dwight and Dave both coached, and earned over $800 part-time income his first 2 weeks with V&I. So we'll have a poolside chat with that gentleman at 9 o'clock on Tuesday night. And then of course we're building towards Thursday, Saturday. That's the plan. It's the methodology, and we're going to have fun. So on behalf of Mr. Halstead, on behalf of Dave and the entire corporate team, we wish you a blessed and wonderful Labor Day holiday weekend. And we'll be with you at 8 o'clock on Tuesday night. Have a great weekend. Go share this product. Have some fun. Recharge the batteries. September is going to be a breakthrough month for you, whether you're a brand new member of the team or you're hitting the refresh button and gonna make September happen. We're going to help you every step of the way. So have a great weekend. Talk soon, and God bless.
Good night. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.